just a bit outside.
And welcome to another episode of Just a Bit Outside. I'm your host, Steve Ely, and along with me, as always, my co-host, Wes Cook.
Yes, sir.
Ah, man. You ready to battle this weekend, sir?
We are head to head.
Head to head.
Head to head, man.
Scared.
We got the Birds and the Pack in Philly. Wild card round.
Yes, sir. Man. Losing Watson last weekend's going to hurt.
Yeah, Christian Watson going out with the ACL is definitely a detriment. Your secondary's banged up.
I don't think Alexander's playing either, right?
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah,
with Jordan Love's a little banged up. Bad timing for you.
Oh, yeah.
Jalen Hurts has been out for a while. Don't know exactly what product we'll have come out Saturday. Could be a little rusty. Hopefully not. But yeah, this is could be a big matchup.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm sure we'll come up with some wager as we go through the pod.
I don't bet on my team.
We'll do something small. Maybe we won't even do monetary. We'll come up with something. We always do.
Maybe a bottle of Fireball.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
That you would end up partaking off of, or I would end up partaking off of. Like, what's the big deal?
Yeah. That's not a bad one. It's not a bad one.
That would be fair.
Partake on Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Got to figure out what I'm going to do for that.
Something here, get something smoked up.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm excited. Hopefully the Birds are playing.
I mean,
you don't want to hear it, but
I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that. I need my Pack to win one. I need a third one since Dallas won their last one.
I love it. Awesome.
I mean, don't tell me you couldn't use a second.
Oh no. I mean, I like to catch them before they won another one. That would be phenomenal.
Lord.
Watching a little SEC basketball. My cats are taking it on the chin right now in Georgia. As you can see, the true road games are a difficult task for the boys. And I mean, that's expected. I mean, these SEC schools only come out whenever Kentucky shows up. So, that's when you get the crowds.
Yeah.
It's annoying. I mean, you know it as a Carolina fan.
I do. That's when everybody
Georgia Tech fans don't show up till Carolina comes to town.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever.
Annoying. So, yeah, I get it.
Like Georgia Tech would travel to Chapel Hill if it means to spite me. But, yeah.
Other upsets of the SEC, Florida is dominating Tennessee at half, 34-15.
Oh.
15 points and a half for Tennessee.
Not good.
After they cooked Arkansas this weekend, sorry.
Oh, the Calipari interview was great. He's like, "Oh, we didn't even do a shoot around and this and that." I'm like, "Bro, don't make excuses."
Oh yeah, no, he's the master excuse maker though.
Like,
did you see that ugly ass jacket he had on?
Yeah.
My brother said it looked like a tablecloth for a cheap barbecue restaurant.
You have one of those old plaid Norm Sloan jackets.
It's fucking ugly. No, would you not do that in here, dog? Of course, she comes in here and starts chewing a bone every time. It never fails.
Not today, sir.
No, ma'am. We're not doing that.
Not today, baby.
No one wants to hear you chewing in the background.
I hear enough every other show.
Right.
Between the stampede upstairs and...
Yes. Yeah. The kids get it.
Oh, man.
They do. Not here this week.
No, it's quiet this week.
It is.
That's
Yeah.
why she was trying to be extra loud. It's like, I got to make up for everybody.
Exactly. All right, so yeah, we have the playoffs are set for NFL.
Yes, sir.
So we're excited. As we already talked about, the Birds will play the Pack at 4:30 on Sunday.
I will be in front of the TV for sure.
We have Saturday football, Sunday football, and Monday night football.
I like the Monday night game.
I like the Monday night game during the playoffs. Phenomenal idea, NFL. Good, solid move.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's start it out. Saturday we start at 4:30. Texans and the Chargers get us kicked off.
I feel like the Texans are a team on the downside at the moment.
And the Chargers on the uptick.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be a good matchup.
I feel the Chargers should
one is in
win this
Houston.
game.
So,
Let's see. Pull up where the lines are so I can kind of get.
Chargers are -3 on the road.
Chargers -3. I tend to like that. Texans are playing probably some of their worst football right now.
The offense is just
They're kind of beat up too.
a little bit, but they're also just they're sporadic, right? There's not anything that's consistent about it.
Yeah.
Which is awful.
I don't feel like they give Mixon enough touches.
No, I mean, for what you invested in the guy, you should go out there and run the hell out of him.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep, she got another code. I'm going to make him disappear. Hold on.
You got to get that one. Too far away from me. She turned away from me. She's like, no, you ain't getting this one, Steve. I swear. Yeah, just toss it in there. She'll be in there for like 5 minutes. But yeah, Houston had just not looked like the team I expected them to be for good reasons. Injuries. Stroud is having kind of a sophomore slump of a year.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of expected at times. I don't know.
We talked about it too. Like, I said that's the difference between a last place schedule last year and
the first place schedule. Yeah, it's a huge deal. If you look at the games the Eagles play next year, they play 10 games against playoff teams this current year.
I mean, I look at the Packers this year. We've got 6 losses. I don't really count the last one because we set our guys.
Yeah. 5
of the 6 losses are to teams with better records.
Yeah.
We lost twice to the Lions, twice to the Vikings, and the Philly.
Yeah. Man,
which is just insane to me.
You can't really complain.
No, I mean, I can.
Dropping 4 to division rivals is not good.
No, it's awful.
Yeah.
But when your division rivals are 15 and 2 and 14-3.
I could have sworn you would have taken one from Minnesota.
I don't know how he didn't. I just don't know. And then we gave one up to Chicago. That's the sad part. We gave them one.
Oh, yeah, you gave him that one. But, I mean, the only downside to it is that you were 1-5 in the division this year. She's not going to stop.
But it's 1-5 in the division, and it's just like this is the division we have pretty much like dominate.
I mean, it's
in the past.
I get you were close to split with Detroit.
Yeah,
I mean, the first game wasn't great. The second one, of course, was a lot more competitive. I think you could have taken both Minnesota games.
Yeah, we were in both Minnesota games. The Eagles game was pretty good. We watched that one together. That was a good game.
It was good.
I'm not upset about it. First Lions loss, that was probably the worst one for me.
That was rough. The rainy day, nasty weather. And without snow, but just the rainy, wet conditions just didn't bode well. It was sloppy all around, really. I mean, it wasn't like Detroit looked lights out in that.
We lost 5 of the 6 games by a combined 14 points. You got another one?
Fucking phone. This dog, I swear, the mascot today
is
determined to be on air in some capacity.
You just keep your bone this time, dog. You just keep it.
Yeah, you're just gonna hear that in the background.
But yeah, like I said, combined 14 points out of 5 of the losses. The one we did lose by 10. So I mean, you're still looking at 6 losses by 24 points.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not terrible.
The average of 4 points.
Yeah.
It's not, that's one possession.
Yeah, it's we could have been way worse. We could have been the Cowboys.
You could have been the Cowboys.
Could have been the Cowboys.
No, I mean, yeah, you won the games you were supposed to win.
Who knew Minnesota was going to be what they were with Sandor?
No,
nobody
did.
Nobody.
I think everybody kind of wrote them off.
Yeah,
I
mean, I wasn't expecting that.
I mean, do you think they have the same year with JJ McCarthy?
I don't think they do.
I don't think they would have either.
I don't think they do.
I think they were right. This season offense, a learning curve for JJ McCarthy. Now look at them. However, I think they're on the wrong side of where they want to be going into the playoffs because performance in Detroit was bad.
It was bad, but Detroit's defense, considering how banged up they are, for them to play man-to-man against Minnesota's wide receivers and pretty much shut Justin Jefferson out was crazy.
It lets you know that they've figured out how to still operate defensively, even against a solid offense, especially one like that.
Yeah. I mean, Jefferson is one of the top 3 wide receivers in the league, arguably the best wide receiver in the league. I mean, there's people that would argue it. I'm sure Detroit fans would argue it all day long. Just insane, man. Insane. And they just couldn't get in the ball. Couldn't get him the ball. Couldn't get Hockenson the ball. They
haven't really got Hockenson the ball at all this year.
Man, they were in Darnold's face all night, which I thought was pretty impressive. I mean,
they got pressure there. I'm not sure if this is necessarily like just the recipe to beat Minnesota,
or if it was just
or it's just a new look Lions team that everybody should be fearful of coming in.
Yeah. I mean,
we'll see. We'll see if the bye plays any kind of a role for Detroit here. If they get a little rusty or a little bit off their step.
I want to give Jahmyr Gibbs had a
monster.
Monster game. It was like every time he touched it, gone.
Yeah.
Gibbs 170 total yards, 4 touchdowns.
Yeah. Would have loved to have that fantasy performance this year.
It was like 45 points or something like that. Something crazy. Good thing it ended a couple of weeks ago. That's the kind of performance that wins you a round.
It does, sir.
That wins you a round.
Those are the performances you look at and you're like, this week's good.
Yeah. I just need everybody to just go ahead.
Sit back and enjoy the win.
Yeah. Just go ahead and everybody just do what they need to do.
Yeah. Bask in the glory of just defeating your.
Yeah. But yeah, it starts on it's Saturday with
Saturday night you got Texans and Chargers. And then Saturday night is the Ravens at Steelers.
I think Baltimore destroys.
Yeah, I think Baltimore walks away this one.
I actually like the 9.5.
I think the 9.5 is a good solid number here. I think the Ravens walk away. I don't think there's a question about this one.
I like the 9.5 and I like the under.
Yeah. And I mean, what intrigues me about it is just that just with the Steelers reeling here towards the end of the year.
They look bad the other day, buddy.
We're going to see a Ravens-Bills matchup in the second round. That's going to be glorious.
Idea.
Yeah, so, and which, of course, that kicks us off on the Sunday games. Or start at 1, the Bills and Broncos. I know the Broncos handled business against the third string Chiefs team.
Oh, what a joke,
I wouldn't think too much about this one. This one, Bills are a reasonable 8.5 point favorite here, and I think the Bills.
Yeah, I'm on the Bills train.
I think the Bills are walking away. I mean, really, if you ask me, I think the Bills make the Super Bowl.
I'm not opposed to that.
I will say
from the AFC
they're gonna take a road in the next 2 rounds to get there, though.
Yeah.
However, if the Chargers do come out of Houston with a W, which I think
the Chargers
they will,
could beat the Chiefs the way they're playing right now.
That's what I was going to get to. I was going to say I like the Chargers against the Chiefs. I just like the matchup, and they just, as long as they are able to not turn the ball over and play their sound defense, which they're very capable of doing, and shutting down Mahomes, I think the Chargers can walk out of Arrowhead with a W.
I think they can too.
Now, I don't know if the Stripes are going to allow for them to walk out of there with a W.
That wouldn't surprise me either.
Yeah, but
especially some shady call late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
like, come on.
I worry about that, but I do like the matchup with the Chargers. If you give the Chiefs anything like -4, -5, I'm taking the Chargers at +4, +5.
Oh yeah, all day long.
I think so.
All day long.
Yeah. The Ravens matchup with the Bills in that next round, I think will be very intriguing. That one's going to be a toss up. It's going to be a shootout, and you're looking the final point score in the high 30s and the 40s somewhere.
Yeah.
And just smash the over. I don't know if you want to really take a team to win. I'm taking Bills money line no matter what, I think.
Yeah,
because I'm riding the Bills to the Super
Bowl. I think the
Bowl.
Spread's not even going to be that much. It's probably going to be like a point.
2 or 3, yeah.
I don't know if it gets 2 or 3.
Yeah, it might not be. But like I said, I'm going to slam the money line on the Bills and the over of whatever that is. Let's see what else. That wraps up the AFC. The AFC plays all their games before the NFC gets started. The NFC starts off with the second game on Sunday. You get the Birds and the Pack, which we talked about.
Yep.
The Packers are a little banged up. The Eagles look to be getting healthy here.
They do.
We saw a little bit of Goddard on Sunday. That means good things for Jalen Hurts because he's been missing Goddard. Yeah. However, Calcaterra
has played well,
very well. I've been digging the Calcaterra move. He looks the part, at least as a backup here. So this game is just a rematch of week 1. I think, of course, the weather's not going to play any part because the Pack is used to playing in the cold. Yeah. So don't have to worry about that. Both teams are outdoor teams. Eagles are 4.5 point favorite at the moment. I think the loss of Christian Watson, the banged up secondary of Green Bay play a part in that. Jalen Hurts coming back, of course.
Green Bay's got to run the ball.
Yeah, I
Josh
think
Jacobs has got to have a game.
Yeah, in order for Green Bay to be successful, they're going to have to run the hell out of the ball and give Jacobs all the carries.
It needs a heavy dose of Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, I think that's that will allow for the Packers to remain competitive in this game. I hate talking about my team in this capacity, especially come playoffs. I don't want to jinx them. I don't want to do anything.
No, I understand, but
I do like with the offense being at 100%, defense being at 100%. I like the matchup. I like the ability to get pressure on Jordan Love. I know how Jordan Love is when he has pressure. He's a different quarterback.
It's a little shaky.
It's very shaky. It allows for turnovers, and it can allow for Philadelphia to kind of jump out to a lead if they get to them early and often.
Yeah.
But Philly likes to make every game a barn burner, I guess you would say, just to
keep it close,
just to see if they can give a 40-year-old man a heart attack.
Yeah.
I think they try. They do everything they possibly can.
They do try. They do try.
So, 4.5's a little high, especially for a playoff game, especially for a matchup that was so close to with.
I'm going to take the Packers on the 4.5.
I think that's fair. That's what I'm trying to say is I think it's a little high. I think Pat can cover. I'm taking Birds money line on it simply because that's who I want to win.
I could see this game also being, I don't want to say a super low scoring game, but I could see like 17-14, 20-17.
Yeah, it could be there, especially with the inability of the Birds to score early. That I think that will.
What'll scare me if the Birds score in the first quarter quickly, and then I'm going to be like, yeah, that's not going to be a good sign.
We are what you would call a second half team because that's when we decide to score.
It's like, hey, we're done fucking around now.
Yeah.
Saquon, here, go ahead and get your 200 yards now in this half.
Well, that's what I like about this matchup. I think if Green Bay's defense is to be had, of course, they talk about the secondary. But the rush D hadn't been
spectacular.
No. So Saquon has the ability to take care of business here for Philly.
Saquon has the ability to make everybody
to do
look.
anybody.
Yeah. You guys have arguably the best offensive line in football.
Yeah, and then you pair that with Saquon Barkley, it makes a world of difference. Shout out to Will Shipley having a hell of a game on Sunday. I love seeing the white running back that you don't. I know. I looked so scarce in the NFL.
I looked at the box score. I was like, Will Shipley got run?
Yeah, Will Shipley got run this. So.
That's what happened. You set everybody down. I kind of
much love to Will Shipley. I give him a shout out there.
I kind of feel bad for Saquon not getting the record slightly because I think that's a whole team hang the hat.
He would have cruised to 1.5 if we ran him.
Yeah, I don't blame him for not. I wouldn't have played him either.
No. I wouldn't
have played him either.
And the thing is, he's the ultimate team player because
he said and did all the right things.
It's more than just the record.
Yeah, it was. Like you said, he didn't come there to break records. Yeah, he came to win Super Bowls.
Yeah, exactly. We're here for one task, and that is a common task amongst all the boys here.
Yeah,
and that is to lift the Lombardi Trophy and go home champs.
All right, the next game on Saturday, the 8:00 game,
Sunday,
sorry, is the Bucks and Commanders. Bucks are a 3.5-point home favorite. I like this matchup. I think
it's good, and really, I think it's very even. The Bucks -3. I get it; it's a home game in Tampa for them, but usually they say a home field advantage is a 3-point advantage. So you're basically calling this game even.
Yeah.
And the way Baker's been playing, it's really hard to say. Like I can't doubt the guy. I think he's in a position to where he's going to do something.
He's played lights out this year.
Yeah.
Lights out.
Honestly, I want either one of these teams in the next round because we have revenge for.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay cleaned our clock at the beginning of the year, and the Birds would love to, get some redemption there. And
the last two meetings with the Bucks have been awful for you guys.
Oh yeah, of course. So we don't have to talk about the other one.
Well, I'm just saying. It hasn't looked good. No. You guys are due for one on them.
I would hope so. Tampa's been kind of a kryptonite for Philly, but I like the matchup that we can give them now, especially defensively, because the defense has just evolved so much.
Yeah.
But back to
got to ride them rookie contracts for a little while, though.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's kind of helping you guys. You guys have actually developed.
Yeah. But I think with this matchup, the Bucks defense has been playing better. I can't say much for Washington's D.
No.
However, mean, you got Jaden Daniels back there who's going to be performing in his first playoff game.
Rookie of the year, I'm assuming.
He's got to be, right? I mean, there's nobody else that stands out like this kid.
I need to see a side-by-side comparison of his stats and Bo Nix's stats. Not that I think Bo Nix has got it. I think Jaden, you know where I've been on Daniels. I've been on him.
If Jaden Daniels wasn't there,
oh, they'd be awful.
Yeah, and I think Denver could still be somewhat successful with a different quarterback. Do they make the playoffs? Probably not. But I mean, they squeaked in here, and they squeaked in with playing the third string Chiefs at the end of the year.
Yeah.
So
Cincinnati fans should be all over the Chiefs. Like they just rolled over. Yep.
You can't be. Because if Cincinnati was in the same position, they would have done the exact same thing.
What hurts my feelings is that the fact that it's a division rival.
Yeah.
That you let walk all over you.
Yeah. No, I understand that. I get your point there. But if Cincinnati was in that position, they'd do the same thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would do the same thing. I would sit my guys. I'm not done. I mean, we talked about the Eagles last week, and I'm like, I would sit everybody.
Yeah,
you're not improving your seed.
Yeah. There's no potential to go up or down here.
Yeah, you sit everybody.
You stay.
Yeah.
You stay. A win doesn't make you better. A loss doesn't make you worse.
Mm-mm.
And that's exactly where the Chiefs were. And the Chiefs did what they needed to do. I respect the hell out of that. You need to do that. And like I said, if the Bengals were in the same position, they'd do the same thing, so you can't bitch about it.
They'd have done.
Yeah. So Bucks and the Commodes.
Man, parts of me wants to take Washington in the 3.
I think so. I like
as much as I really like pulling for Baker. I mean, you and I have been like Baker guys for years.
For a while.
Yeah. I mean, we were Baker guys even when he was in Carolina because Carolina wasn't giving him a shake anyway. I mean, Cleveland definitely didn't give him a shake. Cleveland is kicking themselves right now over it.
Because imagine how good Cleveland.
Oh, because
the defense is okay.
Defense is solid.
And if you would have taken the draft equity that you gave up for Deshaun Watson and invested it in the offense, you're doing something right.
Well, the Browns had the highest payroll in football to finish with one of the worst records in football.
Mm-hmm. Not surprising.
When you make moves like that.
That's exactly what causes it.
And now it's a contract you can't get out from under.
Exactly.
I mean, I almost, as a Browns, if I was a Browns fan, I would just be like, you know what? I'm just going to cut him.
That's what you do here.
I'm going to cut him.
That's what you do.
I'm going to eat the hit. I'm just going to pay this guy to go away. And I don't know, because I don't think he gets run anywhere else.
Why would he? He hasn't proven a thing on the field.
He hadn't proven anything. He has looked
Jameis looked better than he did.
Yes.
He hasn't proven a thing. You're not giving this guy a run.
Well, if they cut him, you get this guy for a minimum deal because the Browns are still having on the.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You cut him, you get him on a vet minimum deal.
Yeah, I mean
he's a suitable backup somewhere that you're just going to rely on for whatever, but.
Well, that's what's going to happen to Kirk Cousins next year too. Somebody's going to get him on the dirt cheap.
Yeah,
it's Pittsburgh with Russell Wilson this year. They ain't paying him shit.
Yeah, no, I mean that's.
I think they're paying him $1 million, if that.
It's the vet minimum somewhere around there.
So I mean, it'll happen. Then we move to the 8:00 game.
Hold on, just prediction wise, you like the Commanders to cover, but who do you like to win?
God, I like Commanders cover. I think Bucks win.
I think Bucks win. That's the gut feeling. I would like to give it to either one of these two teams.
I would too.
And if the thing is, if the Commanders win, that we won't. Eagles aren't playing them if they do beat Green Bay. Yeah. I'm looking for
for who you had to play
scenarios if what takes place.
Yeah, you wouldn't play them anyway.
Yeah, we wouldn't get the Commanders. I like the Bucs to move forward here. I know the record doesn't match that of Washington, but I like
what I've seen down the stretch from them.
Yeah, I like what I've seen down the stretch from Baker. I like how this team's coming together, putting it together. I think the Bucs move on. And then the Monday night game, Rams Vikings.
I don't know what the over is on that game, but I'm slamming it.
Minnesota is a 1-point favorite at home, or on the road, excuse me. I like the Rams here. Watching what happened to the Vikings last week against the Lions, I think McVay is just going over this tape.
Oh, yeah.
100 times.
Yeah. I get it.
He's going to find every vulnerable spot that Minnesota had and expose it again. I'm going to take the Rams money line here.
I wouldn't want to play the Rams right now. The Rams are
good.
They're good. They're good. They're healthy. I mean, you got to think they took a lot of their L's early in the season when they were banged up.
I think if there's going to be a team to beat the Lions in a divisional round, it's going to be the Rams.
Could be the Rams.
I don't think the Vikings are going to do it. I don't think the Bucs can do it. I don't think the Commanders can do it.
I will say I do like the over on this game. Over is 47.5.
I like that.
I mean,
I'm a fan.
Watching the Rams play a few times this year, they could almost cover that by themselves against good teams. I mean, look at the Buffalo game.
Exactly.
The Rams at home minus getting a point too. I just don't think. I kind of want to take Minnesota.
Yeah.
Just because I don't think Minnesota plays another game like they played the other night.
I don't think they will, but the thing is, they've left a blueprint to what the weaknesses are there.
Yeah.
And Detroit's already found it.
I mean,
and I think a guy is just his football IQ is so high in McVay that he's going to have a very good game plan coming in because he's going to know the adjustments. He's going to know. I mean, because let's be real, the Vikings staff's also looking at this tape and saying, "We got to fix this. We got to fix this. We got to fix this. Here's how we're going to fix it." So,
I mean,
I get that.
I can see the Rams giving them a heavy dose of Kyren Williams.
Yes,
kind of like
Gibbs.
Yeah, I still kind of like Minnesota here.
Okay.
For some reason. I just don't feel like they're going to play. I think it's going to be a shootout. I mean, the point spread is nominal. You know, it's fucking 1 point.
Yeah. You're going to take the Vikings.
I mean, 1 point games rarely happen in the NFL unless it's a field goal to win at the end.
You're saying a Lions-Vikings rematch is inevitable.
I think so.
Okay. And then you get the Bucs and the Birds. So Lions-Vikings rematch, Lions move on, right?
Fucking Alexa.
Don't say her name. She always wants to poke her head in. Hey!
Fucking know it all, bitch.
Shut up, bitch.
Just got to be mean to her.
I know.
And then she stopped talking to you.
Just rename her to a name you never say.
Still over there running her mouth.
No, she shut up.
Okay.
So, Lions-Vikings rematch happens. Lions run.
Yeah.
Bucs and the winner of the Eagles Pack. Let's say the Pack win.
Oh, the Pack wins. It's Lions Pack.
Oh, yeah, good point. Sorry. Brain fart. All right, so the Pack win. You got Lions Pack.
Dude, they have pretty much been on us all year.
Yeah.
And it just, you know, I say last week I don't care. You know, the Lions don't really hurt my feelings. But in a situation like that, I'm going Pack all day. But I don't know. I've just never. It's been a long time since I've seen a team respond to a coach the way the Lions do. Like,
I mean, Dan Campbell's a guy. He seems like you'd want to play for.
Dude, I mean, I'm not a Lions fan.
Obviously.
But at the same time, like, just listen to his rah-rah sometimes. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll run through that wall too. Let's go.
No, I know.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It just, I don't know, but it's hard to beat the same team 3 times.
That's another aspect to it.
It is very hard.
I promise you the Lions are rooting for the Eagles.
Oh, I have no doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
As they are the Rams.
Yeah.
Because they don't want any part of that again.
I don't know. After watching it the other night, the Lions were like, yeah, give us some Vikings.
They might. Who knows? I don't know.
I know Jahmyr Gibbs is.
Oh, yeah. He's like, I know how to run all of this.
Yeah. I can do this. I got this.
All right. Let's say it's Lions Rams. What do you got in that?
I'm still rolling Lions.
Okay. Fair enough. I think if there's going to be a team to knock them out in the divisional round, it is the Rams.
I think the Rams are.
I like the matchup. Lions at home, though, I would have to take them.
I agree with you. I think if anybody can knock them off, I think it can be the Rams.
Yeah.
I just don't see them going out before the NFC Championship game.
Right. No.
I just don't. And if you want my honest opinion, I don't see the Eagles going out before.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much seeing Lions, Eagles. I'm seeing chalk in the NFC.
I kind of do too.
I don't want to, but
no, I know you don't.
That's what I see.
Because I think if the Bucks do win and the Eagles match up with the Bucks, the Eagles are going to have a home game number 1 in a cold environment and a chip on their shoulder because of what happened earlier in the year.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Sorry about that. But yeah, so I think you're going to end up with the Lions Eagles matchup. We'll talk more about that, the way this unfolds. No need to predict a Super Bowl yet.
No.
But what we need to do is predict what's going to happen in these college football playoffs.
Oh, that we can do.
Yes, because we are down to the Final Four. Don't think we really thought it was going to go the way it did. But I will say the most surprising thing, and I think this is what they're going to have to revamp about this whole thing, is we talk about, the first round bye, right?
They got to revamp that.
Yeah, because, Boise State looked like they didn't belong there.
No.
Arizona State probably should have won.
They should have won.
Did you see the field goal that bounced in through the uprights?
Field goal that bounced in. The targeting, non-targeting call. But I still felt like the play on the Texas guy that they didn't call targeting either. I kind of thought that was targeting too.
That looked like it.
Because his shoulder hit him in the face mask.
Yes.
So for them not to call the one the other way, I'm like,
it's give or take.
Yeah,
but I think towards the end of regulation, where Arizona had that field goal blocked, but it's a live ball, and it bounces through the uprights. After that, that's clearly a field goal, and the referees bungled that whole thing.
Yeah, but at the same time, once it hits the end zone.
No, it's a live ball. It's even written in the rules that if that ball bounces and goes up through the uprights, it's a good field goal.
I wouldn't call it a good field goal. I know it's in the rule, but
in my mind, do I remember this rule as an official? Probably not.
Probably not.
But there should be someone somewhere that knows this. And hey, hold on. We're going to review this real fast. Let's take some time. We got the rule book right here, right? Yeah. I work with the union. You know all that.
Yeah, I do.
So anytime something comes up, I pull that book up and I'm like, hold on, let me look. And so it's the same thing.
Yeah.
You could come from upstairs and be like, hold on, we're gonna put this one under review. Let's see what happens.
That's gonna be a rule that slowly changes next year.
I think it becomes a dead ball once it hits the.
Yeah, I think especially if it hits in the end zone.
Yeah,
that should be dead ball.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, touchback.
Well, it should be something of that nature, right? Yeah. Because if you block it, that's a fluke thing that's happened once in 50-something years.
Yeah.
So it's not going to happen again anytime soon. So they probably would look at it as like, nah, we don't need it. But they'll remember it for next time. Unless it's 50 years down the road when, my grandchildren.
I'm telling you, that rule will change. It'll quietly change.
I think you're right. It'll quietly change because of what happened here and at the level that it did happen.
Yeah.
If this was a regular season game,
no one cares.
Yeah.
Yeah. But because it was a playoff game.
And in the first year of the expanded playoffs.
Yeah.
It has different implications. I agree.
Yep.
But no, I mean, Texas moved on, which ultimately I think is best for the game.
Well, I mean, we kind of called the top half of the bracket, right?
We did.
I
think because I think we took Ohio State last week.
Yeah,
we took Texas. They didn't cover, but we took Texas.
Yep.
We took Penn State not to cover, and they definitely covered.
They did.
And then we took Georgia, who ultimately shit on us. But
I mean,
I think
they didn't have Timmy, so
yeah, Timmy.
So yeah, it didn't really surprise.
I think that's what sucks, right? Is Carson Beck as from us as a standpoint at this standpoint, we didn't realize how important and integral he was to that offense.
Insane, bro.
Because I think it's just the way we look at him. We look at him and think he's missing a chromosome to take. I'm
not a big fan of Drew Aller either. Because I've seen him play.
But the defenses were stepped up. I told you, Penn State is running one of the best defenses in the country right now.
Yeah, but they're playing subpar teams so far in the playoffs.
So far. Now, they do get Notre Dame, who ultimately beat a backup quarterback in Georgia.
Yeah.
And then an overrated Indiana team.
Well, the best part about the
So
Notre
now
Dame.
you get two teams who have been playing underachievers.
Yeah.
To put it mildly.
Yeah.
And say, let's see who's going to advance. But we talked about it last weekend, and we both hate it. And inevitably, it's going to be Ohio State to win this thing.
I hate it. I called it weeks ago, and I hate it. But at the same time, it's I think I sent you the reel this week where it was like Ohio State fans, where it was the whole Dumb and Dumber.
Yes.
Well, that's when I think you couldn't be any more dumber and do this, and then you totally
redeem yourself.
I mean, that's what's going on in Ohio right now. That's what's going on in Columbus. We don't want to fire Ryan Day now. Of course you don't.
No shit, you don't want to fire him. Had he lost to Oregon last week, you'd want to fire him. If he lost
to Tennessee, you'd have wanted to fire him.
Fired. But guess what? They've dominated both teams by more than 20 points.
Yeah.
In the playoff. And they dominated the undefeated number 1 seed.
This is where the seeding...
On the West Coast, mind you.
This is where the seeding gets like a little like weird. Because in all honesty,
I think
Oregon had the worst matchup.
They did. And this comes back to what we talked about at the beginning of all of this. So I think we even talked about it when they expanded to 12 teams, and we kind of touched on like how they were going to seed things.
Yeah.
Because I asked you the other day, like, why is Arizona State the 4th seed? Because I didn't truly grasp the concept of it. They were the highest ranked conference champ. That's out the window.
Yeah, I think that needs to go away.
You got a committee for a reason. Rank the 12 teams you're putting in and go that way.
You're already
there. Because Ohio State's way better than an 8 seed. Tennessee was better than a 9 seed, to be honest with you.
I think Clemson and SMU were about the only ones that were right. But at the sad part, I think Clemson and SMU could beat Indiana.
I think that's a probability. However, it also goes to prove that the ACC didn't deserve to have 2 teams in. You should have put in another SEC team.
Which one?
Bama.
Who got smoked by shitty Michigan?
But everybody sat out in that game. I don't trust bowl games outside the playoffs because you don't get a true depiction of what happens.
I understand. Milroe played. Your starting quarterback played. and he played like
without weapons.
They still get.
They didn't have anything to play for. What are they playing for? What are they going to write about this season? They're not going to say they were so and so shit bowl champs. They don't give a fuck.
It would be pride, but if you're Kalen DeBoer, you need to start. You got to do something.
Oh yeah, no, this is going to be a short tenure in Alabama.
You can't do that next year.
No, absolutely not. I agree with you.
You cannot do that next year.
No,
he's gone.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. That's not going to happen. To survive the pressure at Alabama, especially because you are following the GOAT.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, yeah, love to Bear Bryant and everything, who was also at Bama and Kentucky previously to that.
Dude.
But, I mean, the GOAT of modern college football was Nick Saban.
Yeah.
And you're following that. You got to come with something way better. I think a lot of fans will accept a step back, but you can't take that much of a step back.
No.
You can't lose a bowl game that's not in the playoff. That's a check mark. We should have been like, oh, we're writing this one off because we're going to walk out with this one.
Dude, they played, a 7-5 Michigan team?
Yeah, no, that one you should have walked away
And
with.
I understand that they had starters that didn't play, but Michigan handled them.
Oh no, it
wasn't good.
No, it wasn't.
And then you talked about South Carolina, and then Illinois handed South Carolina. You really want to go honest with it? It probably should have been Ole Miss who beat.
I wasn't even thinking South Carolina. I was thinking Ole Miss or Bama.
Yeah, and Ole Miss who beat the brakes off of Duke. I know they got that late trick play kickoff return, but I'm
saying like Ole Miss would have given Texas or Penn State a much better game.
A run. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yeah.
Not disagreeing with that.
So I think
Clemson had to get in because they were the ACC champ.
Right. So
but putting SMU in.
So you just move, it would have been Penn State to Clemson. I think Penn State would have handled Clemson.
Well, the sad part is I didn't understand why Clemson was champ, ranked behind the team they beat.
Yeah, that didn't make any sense to me either. Like, because you are doing some kind of rating, right?
Yeah. I mean, but we know Indiana's not going to be in there next year.
Oh, absolutely.
Boise State's not going to be in there next year.
No. Genty just declared for the draft today, by the way. Just the
your group of five champion.
That was doubting it was going to happen.
Your group of five champion isn't going to be a one-loss team next year. It's not.
No.
I mean, it could be, but what they learned is, hey, we can't put the group of five champion as one of the top 4 seeds.
No, you absolutely can't.
Cannot.
And I feel like they're looking at it, and we can't rank them based on the highest conference rating.
Well, the crazy part is we get the return of the Pac-12 next, who keeps all of their.
They do. They will get an auto bid.
You know that Oregon,
and Boise State's moving there.
Oregon and
am I right?
Yeah.
Boise State will be in the Pac-12.
There's several teams moving. Oregon State actually, I think them and Washington State split $50 million this weekend because of their Pac-12 tie-in.
Yes,
for doing nothing. They got paid to watch their former rival get the wheels beat off of them.
I mean, I gotta say, like it's impressive in that, right? That they were like, hold on,
they got it next year.
They realized, well, yeah, no, but they realized, like, hey, look, we stay pat and still be in the Pac-12. We're going to make a lot of money.
Yeah. And it's just us splitting it.
Exactly.
We don't have to split with anybody else.
Nobody else.
And they get to split next year when they're splitting with more, but then you've also actually have a conference.
Yes.
That
Absolutely.
Their conference champion is going to qualify because they keep their I don't want to say Power
5. I mean, the Power 5 tag.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're a power conference.
Yeah.
Now, over the years, does that kind of be like, they're not that great?
Yeah. I mean, it had been that way for a while. I mean, it's pretty much been Oregon or Utah. Washington last year.
Yeah.
I mean,
Washington was in the playoff before that.
No, it was just last year.
Was it just? I thought
Just
they made
last
the playoff 1 year before that.
If they did, I don't know.
They got trounced.
Yeah. I know Oregon has been in the playoffs. They made the playoffs with Mariota.
Yeah.
Just, it is what it is. But as far as like I think Ohio State handles Texas.
I do too.
I think they handle Texas.
I agree.
Penn State, Notre Dame
I'm gonna just throw a what are they called? Hot take out there.
What you got?
Ohio State handles Texas so much that you see Manning out there.
There's talk that Ewer's stock has dropped so much.
Significantly, he's going to come back.
No, that he may transfer out.
That's fine.
There's rumors.
Well, I don't think the Mannings would allow Ewers to come back and start here without saying Manning's transfer.
There are rumors floating about that there are Big Ten schools looking to get Ewers to transfer there. There's tampering going on, essentially. That they, until college football figures it the fuck out. But, Ewers is going to be leaving. He's going to transfer out after the playoff. And then you're going to see Manning take over. Or it would not surprise me if Ewers decides to come back that you see Manning transfer.
If they allow Ewers to come back, Manning's out.
Let me tell you where Manning's going to end up if that happens.
Tennessee.
Ole Miss.
Or Ole Miss. Ole Miss. I don't know. Would he follow Eli? Well, he ain't going to Tennessee.
It's not.
Yeah, he won't go to Tennessee. He can't go to Tennessee.
Yeah, they've got a young guy. Jackson Dart's out after
yeah. So Ole Miss would be a good spot for him.
He stepped right in to a Lane Kiffin quarterback-friendly offense and get to produce and get to show. Get to play for 2 years and be the number one pick 2 years from now is what could happen.
Yeah.
I mean, because here's the thing. Arch can play and just be okay. He's still going to be a first-round draft pick.
Oh, yeah. The genetics are going to get it alone.
The genes are there.
Yeah.
The genes are there.
He'll grow into it.
The athleticism. I mean, he is way more athletic than Peyton or Eli ever were.
They're both different quarterbacks.
No, I know. I mean, Eli's different than Peyton, but they're all three different.
I mean, when you look at it, traditional pocket passers were Eli and Peyton.
Yeah.
This kid is not that. He's adapted to the modern game.
Yes. He has.
So
he can throw.
Oh, no, I get it. He can stay in the pocket if you need him to.
Yeah.
Now, Texas, I'd be willing to bet that Texas would be like, nah, you can't come back. You better go find somewhere else. Because they don't want to risk losing that.
I agree with you.
Those are ticket sales. That's what everybody's bought in for now. They know Manning's going to be on the field next year. There's no way that happened.
I'm really shocked that we didn't see him in the Arizona State game, at least for a drive, just for a spark.
Oh, gee.
Oh.
You really did it. Thank you, dear.
I've been brought worse things, I guess.
Yeah, be a shot of Jaeger or something.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying, yeah.
Knock a croquet ball in a bush.
I don't need my croquet ball in the bush tonight, brother. I don't need it in the bush tonight, sir.
What'd they say? Rub that on a cat's ass and watch it run faster than a motorcycle.
But no, I think Arch is. I think Arch stays at Texas. I think Ewers is gone. I don't think if he ends up in the Big Ten next year, I think he ends up in Oregon. It wouldn't be a terrible spot. But my problem is the more I look at the transfer portal, and by the way, I want to congratulate Dabo Swinney.
For what?
It slid under the radar. He actually accepted his first transfer.
No shit.
Yes, he did.
Is this a sign of what could happen here?
I could. Maybe he's trying to show that, hey, Alabama, when you're done with DeBoer, maybe we can talk.
I mean, if he wants to go there, I mean, he's an alum.
He's an alum. I know he came back and said that he's Clemson through and through, but he has more. He got 2 or 3. He got 2. 2 with another
Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence.
But he's got multiple appearances too.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, I thought he was going to take the gig early. Last year, I thought it was going to be him.
Supposedly they didn't even call him.
Nah, I call bullshit.
I don't believe it either. I think they called him.
Oh, they called him. Or they might not have called him,
but
they called his people.
They reached out.
They called his people. And they were like, "Hey, so what's the tip over there?"
Well, we're going to see a lot of things change too, because I think there's several of these coaches that may not be in college football.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of coaches that won't be in college, period, and that includes basketball. I think this NIL thing is not for the faint of heart.
No.
And it takes a lot.
It's until they figure out how to regulate it.
And I think some of these older heads are staying in the game waiting for that to happen. Yeah. But you got a lot of the young guys who are like, they're all about it. They're like, I'm figuring this out. I'm figuring that out. I'm coming up with this. I'm coming up with that. I got this, and this. I want all this. And I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. And all the ideas are flowing with these younger minds.
Well, it's not even that.
They are willing to adapt because this is still new to them. But when you have the older heads, a lot of them are like, nope, this is the way it was. This is the way it needs to be. Don't like change. Blah, 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 blah.
I like paying my players under the table.
Exactly.
But no,
I'm used to handing it over in a brown envelope.
Here's the thing. What's going to happen is the NCAA is going to come in and they're going to say, hey, look, we've adapted to this. We've said that, hey, you can do this, you can do that. But they're going to end up putting a cap on it.
Yeah.
Which it needs.
Oh, it needs to be capped.
Needs to be capped.
There needs to be a salary cap.
Essentially.
So, I mean, make it competitive.
And what I also think that needs to happen is I understand coaches can leave at any time. But I think if you're paying these guys, you have the right to say, hey, look, we're going to pay you X amount of dollars, but you're going to stay here for 2 years.
I think that's fair. That sign them to a contract.
To an actual contract. I mean, especially when you see some of these stupid fucking demands that some of these guys are making.
Yeah, you said that one to me the other day.
Where the guy wants a driver.
He wants a Cadillac and a driver.
Yes.
And then 10 tickets to every game for his family.
Yeah. And a place for his family to stay. Like lodging at every game.
Right.
And cars for them.
So this is...
For 1 year? Get the fuck out of here.
But this is a guy that's not even playing high-level ball.
He's going from Texas Tech to Texas A&M.
Yeah.
If that's the kind of stuff you're demanding, then I'll give it to you.
But what I'm saying is he's not a quarterback.
No.
That's what I'm saying. He's not.
And he wants how much was it, $45,000 a month or something like that?
Yeah, something ridiculous. He wanted $500K up front or $750K up front. It was
crazy. And I'm just
see, I get that as a coach from any aspect. Why I got to deal with this shit?
Yeah.
This is bullshit.
This dude is shit.
Yeah. He's not worth it.
Yeah. Well, see, that's where the salary cap comes in.
Right.
Because you can look at a kid that comes in and says this, this, and this. Okay, well, all that shit costs money, and you're not worth that.
Yeah. Bye.
See you later.
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah, exactly. But it's, you're going to see these guys get tampered. You're going to see these quarterbacks are going to be.
It's the same thing in the NFL. They're the highest paid guys.
Stupid.
And it's going to be the same thing in college.
But at the same time,
they touch the ball more than any player. Makes sense.
It's going to be quarterbacks, defensive ends, and corners.
Wide receivers.
Wide receivers get some. But the problem with wide receivers, I don't want to say in college they're a dime a dozen, but they kind of are. You do have the handful that are above everybody else. I get that. I understand that. But it goes back to the all up. I've got one of those guys. I'm signing him to a contract.
Well,
I'm not letting him walk.
I think that's what it needs to be about. It needs to be contractual, and there needs to be buyouts. And now, of course, they don't need to be huge, like $10 million or something like that. But it needs to be based upon how much you're paying the kid.
Yeah.
If the kid's making $1 million, you got to buy him out for $100,000.
A percentage.
Or a percentage.
And
right.
that comes off of the team he's going to salary cap.
Exactly.
I'm
Just
with
like
that.
it does in the NFL.
I'm with that all day.
Exactly how that needs to be.
I'm fine with that. I just don't like the current NIL state.
No,
it's waited
Wild Wild West, man.
They waited too long.
It's like, hey, you can go to Texas Tech and get a $10 million deal. You can go to BYU as a basketball player
and get $7
million for a year.
Ain't nobody else going there. I hope you have fun losing by yourself.
Yeah, you're going to be the only guy that touches the ball on the court.
Good luck beating Kansas. Good luck beating Kansas. Good luck beating Houston.
Yeah. You better beat Jordan if you're going to beat anybody by yourself.
Yeah. And even Jordan couldn't do it by himself.
No.
But yeah, it's just, it's just, I just don't like the whole prospect. I mean, we kind of strayed away from like the Notre Dame Penn State game, but
yeah, no, I got it.
It's what we did.
You made the mind start going.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
And I was like, think of a guy that's done it by himself better in the NBA, of course. And we'll get to it. Just think about it right now so we can finish up this, and then we'll finish the episode with what I'm about to say.
I think I'm going to surprise you with my answer.
Mine's AI.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, okay. Well, look.
Told you I was going to surprise you with my answer.
You did. Okay. Anyways, we'll talk about that after this part. All right. So Penn State, Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
God, we got on a fucking tangent on NIL.
We did.
All right. We're going to have to name this episode NIL something.
It's
Wild Wild West.
Yeah, I like it.
All right. So Penn State, Notre Dame in the Capital One Orange Bowl. Notre Dame's a 1.5 favorite. I am slamming Penn State money line, and I'm gonna say the under in this game. I like to see what it is. I'm about to pull it up.
42.5, if I had to guess.
Under.
It's 44.5.
Ooh,
I was
under.
I was close.
Under.
God damn it! I hate games like this. And you know why I hate it? Because I don't.
Notre Dame has been under that score both games in this.
No, I'm fine with the under. I think
Penn State has been under that score last game, and they were over it in the SMU game by 3.5.
I read some stuff this week.
Penn State money line under.
God, I don't want to do this because I'm predicting my worst fucking fear.
Ohio State, Penn State?
No. Ohio State, Notre Dame. That's who I'm picking. And the reason I'm picking this, I saw I know. I hate myself for it. You have no idea. Like I want to find a little kid so they can just kick me in the balls for the next week.
The only solace that you'll get out of this will be Ohio State will beat the brakes off of Notre Dame.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too.
So bad. So you'll get that. Yeah. Because I mean, if Ohio State matches up with Notre Dame will lose by 14 or more. Guaranteed, take it to the bank.
I think Ohio State beats the brakes off of Penn State if they play again.
I don't think it would be as bad because Penn State is defensively is sound. I think it would be a low scoring affair. It'd be like 21-10, 17-6, something like that. It wouldn't be like some big.
No, I get that. But the reason I'm picking Notre Dame is, Marcus Freeman, after the loss to Northern Illinois, got a phone call. And I read this and I saw a couple of videos about it. And then I kind of had to do some fact checking about it because I wanted to know if it was really true. Got a phone call. from the Northern Illinois coach and said, hey, look, I know we played. I know we just beat you, but I'm willing to tell you what we saw. And I'll tell you the weaknesses that we exploited.
Why do you do that?
Why not? At that point, he's already beat him.
Well, if he plays them again later.
Well, then that's down the road. I don't think Marcus Freeman's going to be there very long. Like, I don't think he's going to be there very long. I think he might be there 2 or 3 more years.
Where's he going?
He's gonna get a pro job. He's gonna get a pro job. Cause in all honesty, there's very few college jobs that hold high rank. Bama, Notre Dame,
Ohio State,
Michigan, honestly, USC,
Georgia.
I mean,
Florida. I mean, you can dig in the SEC and find a few, actually.
Yeah, you can dig in there.
Penn State's in high regard.
It's in high regard.
I mean, Tennessee, as much as I hate to say it,
it's coming back.
It's
coming back. It's coming back.
Nebraska might be there soon.
I still feel like
Nebraska's still like
a sleeping giant.
Yeah, I think it is.
And I think the NIL is going to change. I mean, they got Rioli there.
Yeah.
They're getting ready to start doing
I think
their
things
thing.
will change there. Yeah, I agree.
But I mean,
I think
Notre Dame is one of those jobs.
No, you're right.
So I mean, where's he going to go?
Brian Kelly. He didn't just head to LSU.
Yeah. How good did that work out for Brian Kelly?
Start talking to him with a Bayou accent.
That was the worst move.
I thought it was dumb.
It was horrible.
It didn't make any sense. You went to a more competitive conference, because you're not in a conference, but
the only
can't create your own schedule. It's like
the only thing that he got better at LSU was lower academic requirements.
It made recruiting easier, I'm sure.
Oh, dude, there used to be jokes rolling around that it was harder to get into DeVry than it was LSU.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
No, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Why did balloons just go across?
What?
So I guess Streamlabs does some weird shit like give me a thumbs up. Like into the camera. It'll pop up a little bubble. And it's
really?
a thumbs up bubble. Somehow balloons just popped up. I don't know. No one celebrated anything. So what are you doing?
I guess my hand gesture celebrated the Notre Dame being a high job.
Did you say happy birthday or something?
I don't know. But I mean, Notre Dame is one of those jobs.
No, I know what you're saying.
There's rumors that Chicago would like to talk to him right now.
They also want to talk to Mike McCarthy.
I know. I saw that shit too. I'd like, go right ahead.
You were kind of excited, didn't you?
I saw it.
You were like, yes, the Bears are going to suck longer.
They're going to suck anyway. I don't care. They've got poor management stuff.
They do. Yeah. The front office.
Well, there's talk that because everybody wants Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson is saying that he doesn't want to go there if they keep the GM, Ryan Bowles.
Okay.
He wants his own GM with him.
I agree.
And I'm fine with that too. I'm good with that. I mean, Bowles has done nothing but screw up fucking through so far 2.5 quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And I'll give Caleb Williams a little bit of a pass, but he is acting a little bit babyish at the end of the season. You can tell
you saw it on the sideline.
He is an immature kid.
Yeah. Hey, and maybe it just takes a couple years in the league for him to mature into a true leader, but right now it did not look good.
No, what it is, he is that kid that has been the best kid the entire way, and everybody has told him, "Hey, you're the best. You're the best. You're the best."
All right,
but anyway,
I know.
But I since the Northern Illinois coach called Marcus Freeman, and they have talked once a week. Like they have become.
So here's what you're telling me. All right. So Marcus Freeman ain't going to be in college for very long.
No.
Northern Illinois' coach is looking for an OC or DC position in the league. And this guy is like, hey, buddy.
That's what it kind of sounds like.
What's going on?
It kind of sounds like. I mean, look what he did to him.
I need to be on that Notre Dame staff. Oh, you go to the league? I got to be on that staff.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you need me to be the lineman coach? I got you, man.
I mean.
Like, give me that foot in the door.
But look what Notre Dame has done since then. Look at their games. Look at their schedule. They have beat the brakes off of everybody since.
Oh, yeah. It's fine.
I mean, they should. They should. But I mean,
they made tweets. Yeah, sure.
I mean,
Notre Dame gave them more of a game than fucking Georgia did.
Yeah.
What did I say?
Indiana gave Notre Dame. Well,
did I say Notre Dame gave them a better game?
I wouldn't say Indiana actually did. Indiana got a late touchdown to make it a 10-point game. A late touchdown.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, I don't know. They both. I don't know. I just felt like the Indiana game wasn't out of hand until much later than the Georgia game was. Georgia game was already like written off. Quick.
It was like when they scored the 17 points or something, and like between the second quarter and the beginning of the third quarter.
And you're like,
oh shit!
Way to go, Georgia! You blew this one.
We were here.
Yeah. We were here and now we're here.
Yeah.
All right.
But no, I'm going Notre Dame. I am with you on the under though. With you on the under, and I'm going money line.
I can't agree.
Just I don't know.
Penn State, baby. Nittany Lions.
It'll probably kill me. Penn State will probably do something, but I don't know.
We make this our weekly wager. Money line, no spreads. Money line.
I can do that.
Yeah,
I'm down with that.
$10.
$10, I'm in.
You
know what the $10. You know what's gonna happen. Even if I win, it's gonna be throw my $10 on a parlay.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So a $10 parlay. You bet a $10 one, or I bet one.
Yeah, I'm in.
This is what we're doing. Done. All right, cool.
I'm in.
We'll do that for divisional round anyway.
Because you know what happens anyway is freaking whoever loses usually matches that anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, I'm in.
All right, I've been on it too. Let's fucking go. All right. So let's do these fireball shots. This one is to the inevitable. Not inevitable. Sorry. The impossible. Sorry.
A Texas Penn State.
Texas Penn State final, baby.
Oh, Lord.
All right.
Man.
Let's move on to the NBA Fireball. Ooh, at least it's cold.
It's cold. I'm telling you, it's so much better cold, bro.
It's way better. I agree with you.
Way better. Man, I haven't gotten into the NBA at all.
No, I haven't. But have you seen everything that's happening at Fox Sports right now?
I was going to talk to you about that.
So
that was one of the things I wanted to talk about today.
This is where we gotta go. We have to fucking go, right? We have to go there.
I'm trying to figure out how. We already know that Skip is gone, but we'll get to it. I got to think Joy Taylor's not going to be there much longer.
Yeah. Why would she be? I mean, she's been exposed.
The homeboy that she was on the what is the Speak or whatever it's called. He's probably gone. Ocho. And his name?
Ocho?
The dude that she was sleeping, the other dude that she's supposedly sleeping with, the other host, Emmanuel
Ocho.
Yeah.
You said Ocho.
Emmanuel
I thought Ocho Cinco for a second. I'm like,
no.
Hold on, no.
Dude, I was reading stuff today because, it all broke all early yesterday.
No, it came crazy, too.
And then, she was on a live show yesterday. Yeah. And you're talking about, I saw some, clips of it, and you talking about three dudes looking really uncomfortable. Michael Irvin, Shady, and
they're
Keyshawn,
all do you want to take her off the show?
Yeah, but I would. Yeah, I mean that is just crazy.
Weird.
The fact that she's supposedly sleeping her way up to the top, which I mean, good on her. I mean, if I was a chick, I'd be trying it too. But at the same time, you can't tell another chick to get it together.
No.
Which is pretty much what she told Home Chick.
So back to the whole Joy Taylor thing, right? Like I wanted to mention this because of all people, Antonio Brown has an N-word of the week.
Really?
Yeah, have you not been on Twitter?
I haven't seen the Antonio Brown stuff. I like some of his stuff. Some of his stuff is great.
All right. So, well, he has a Cracker of the Week, Cracker of the Year awards. Apparently, I was just talking to, damn it, who told me this? Dang it, I was talking to somebody, and well, he had a whole awards show on Twitter Live called Cracker of the Year.
Oh, Lord.
I forgot who won it, which sucks. But they were telling me the whole thing.
Had to be Skip Bayless.
No, it wasn't him. But anyways, you know, he has this whole CT-ESPN thing.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the hashtag he throws out there. Well, anyways, he throws out a tweet today. He grabs a screen grab from Joy Taylor's Instagram. Zion Williamson hits up and says, "Can I be next?" Joy Taylor actually has the balls to reply and says, "Ew, no." What an L Zion's taking right there in the public eye. Like, bro, like, not the time. Like, wait a year or so. Like, just wait. Like, she's going to be so washed by that time. You're going to be your money.
Oh, wait.
But right now,
I'm looking at the nice. There was multiple Cracker of the Year award winners.
yeah, I told you.
It was Joe Rogan and Shane Gillis.
Oh, Joe Rogan. Oh, no, Shane Gillis was Cracker of the Year.
Yep.
That's right. And Shane Gillis came on with him on his Twitter Live and talked to him about it.
Oh, that's awesome.
And accepted the award. Yeah.
It's Rogan. It was Rogan and Gillis.
Yeah. So, like,
That's
Shane
awesome.
Gillis came on. It was like, yeah, man, appreciate you.
That's awesome.
But no, he has an N-word of the year as well, or N-word of the week, and he gave that to Zion Williamson for his tweet.
Dude, I cannot believe Zion chimed in like that. Is that real?
Yeah, that's what Antonio Brown screen grabbed it and sent it out.
That is the best ever.
But apparently this isn't the first time that Zion Williamson has shot his shot.
You know what?
Out there.
If I was Zion and I was making that kind of money, I'm shooting my shot all the time too.
You know what? That's what we should do. We need to have a segment where we can find the weirdest sports tweet of the week and bring it on.
I mean, I don't know if that's the weirdest. That is by far the funniest.
Not the weirdest, but like just the most outlandish one, right?
I love that one.
So, boom. That is the tweet of the week. It's not necessarily a tweet. Well, I guess it is. It's a tweet from Antonio Brown. Called him, whatever the week.
Why do I feel like this is going to be an automatic Antonio Brown win every other week?
It probably will. I think he's got this one on wraps.
Oh Lord, that's pretty good. I didn't know that. I did not see that
tweets
one.
Only, and it's going to be. I want to give it like it doesn't have it just social media presence. Yeah, I'm giving it a Zion. Give it to Zion.
That's good. I like it. I like it.
Yeah.
What I
not Antonio Brown for finding it,
but Zion
for sending it.
It had only been really good if it had like pork chop emojis behind it. Before and after.
You probably eat them.
I can't believe she said ooh.
I know she said ooh, no.
Players got to play, bro. Players got to play.
Hey,
wait, he doesn't play.
He doesn't. He shoots the shot though on the Instagram.
That's Charles Barkley who said, "It looked like me and Shaq had a baby."
It's so true.
It does. It does.
That's on point.
Oh man, but yeah, the whole Fox Sports stuff is just insane. Joy Taylor supposedly sleeping her way to the top. The young lady getting sexually harassed.
Yeah, the hairdresser.
Yeah. Apparently Skip Bayless offered her
$1 million.
$1.5 million.
$1.5
million. $1.5 million. To have sex with him. She said, hey, no, go home to your wife. She's like, well, isn't your dad Muslim? Doesn't he have multiple wives? And I'm like, ooh, that's cringe. I don't usually use this new language, but that's as cringy as you can get right there.
Yeah, I think that's going to get Skip Bayless canceled.
But the second best tweet that I've seen this week behind that one.
Which I'm not opposed to that. I'm tired of watching Skip Bayless throw Cowboys jerseys in the trash.
I thought it was great.
Because he pulls them out.
Yeah. Pulls them out, hangs it back up in his closet. Yeah. It's an empty trash can. It's a clean, empty trash can.
Yeah, I know. Like, light it on fire, dude. But show that you're really against it.
But no, the second best tweet was the fact that somebody came out and it was a picture of Colin Cowherd and Nick Wright. Neither one of those two were mentioned. And actually, she stated that Colin Cowherd was an absolute gentleman and a professional.
I could see that.
I could 100%
I can see that. Nick Wright, on the other hand, no.
And that Nick Wright was nowhere to be involved in the thing.
Because no one has interest in that guy. I mean, ever since he grew his hair out, too, you're like, what the fucking freak?
To quote Joy, ew, no.
Ew, no. Yeah, exactly. Ew.
God, I just had so many wrong thoughts that I can't even say on here. Like, it's
why not?
So
Get them out, man.
No, these are real bad. No, these are bad. These are definitely off-air comments. They bad, sir. They bad. They just bad. I'll tell you it later, but you're gonna laugh pretty hard. It's
fair enough.
You know how my mind works.
I know.
It goes
to the darkest of places.
Yes.
So you're thinking of Zion with a
No. I'm thinking about Nick Wright at the moment, but it's just Zion with a midget would be pretty funny though. Did you like the video that I sent you a couple weeks ago where it was LeBron trying to recruit him and it was him talking like Jabba the Hutt?
No, I sent that to you.
I could have swore I sent that.
No, I sent it to you because he was stuffing his face with cheeseburgers.
Oh, dude, he's always stuffing his face.
I know, but it was so funny. No, that was a good one. I sent it to you because I know you.
Dude, whoever gives that dude his next contract needs to straight up say, "Hey, we're going to put a weight restriction on your fat ass."
Yeah, if you don't meet these weight requirements at this date, then you forfeit this.
Need to put that Tony Romo contingency plan in.
Exactly.
You remember that?
I remember it. Yeah,
exactly. That like Jessica Simpson had to pay him X amount of money for every pound over like this weight.
Yeah,
Tony, bro, good on you for having the pull, but she had obviously said no. But
a little ridiculous,
man. I personally don't think I can handle a woman that would agree to something like that.
A little much.
It's way much. It's like I like women a little mouthy.
Trust me, I know.
You know. I think we're very similar in things like that.
She didn't hear you.
I'm glad she did. I'll say it louder.
Don't.
But no, I mean that's what it is. But like
he's gonna hear this tomorrow. I'm so dead.
You're not dead. I said it all.
I know, but I just said
I mean, you did defend me today. You called me the least bougie person you know.
I did say that. You weren't even here. Did she tell you that?
No, you guys were telling me in there earlier.
Oh,
because she was talking about somebody not being that she was saying that somebody wasn't bougie and that they were the least bougie person that she knew, and she's like, oh, and you're like, no, it's definitely Steve. And the sad part is, I'm not offended by that at all. Oh, what you oohing over there?
Speaking of news, Cowboys deny Bears McCarthy request.
They're gonna resign that motherfucker.
They are. It's gonna be only 1 year deal.
You don't take that job with a 1 year deal. I don't resign for a 1 year deal.
Not if the Bears have.
Not if somebody else
talked to somebody on my team that said, hey, you got 4 years here.
Yeah, but they want to talk to him during this period, I think after like January 14th, if they haven't re-signed him, he can talk to anybody. They have some kind of negotiation.
Well, yeah, because he doesn't have a deal in place.
Yes. Yeah. But for them to deny right now?
His people are talking to their people. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. They're talking. And, I mean, McCarthy can walk in there tomorrow and be like, nope.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm thinking they're gonna I feel like they're gonna resign him. And I'm gonna say this not as a Cowboys fan at all, but if you look at the fact that he had 3 straight 12-win seasons, if you just look at resume as a Cowboy coach.
And 1 playoff win.
I know, I understand. Well, no, he went to 3 playoffs with 3 straight 12-win, but no
1 playoff win.
Yeah. It happens. Let me ask you this. Would you be okay getting in the playoffs every year, or would you rather miss the playoffs? Would you rather lose in the first round and be there or not be there?
Is it a one-off that I'm not in the playoff?
No, I'm saying if Mike McCarthy was the Eagles coach with the record that he's had while he's there, are you firing Mike McCarthy? Taking out this season with the injuries and stuff that he's dealt with. I mean, you got to think about it. No Dak, no CeeDee Lamb.
CeeDee Lamb was at the end of the year.
Yeah, but still no fucking run. He missed a game or two in the middle of the year too. And no fucking running game whatsoever. You got an anemic defense that's beat up too.
Well, you can't fire the GM.
No, you can't. I'm just saying, like, as a coach, just straight coach. I mean, you go 12-5, 12-5, 12-5, and then you have the injury-riddled year that you have this year.
But
I understand playoffs. I get it. I know what you're saying. But I'm just saying.
I mean, I told you last year I was shipped off to Dak.
I know.
I wouldn't have re-signed him. I would have shipped him off. I would have taken whatever trade equity I could get out of him.
I'm not disagreeing with that. We're talking just solely Mike McCarthy.
I don't think Mike McCarthy is the problem in Dallas.
I don't think he is either.
I think most Dallas fans would agree with that.
I mean, I lived with Mike McCarthy for many, many years. Mike McCarthy got me one of my rings.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I say my rings
with
like I got one.
Aaron Rodgers got it, but
you know what I'm saying.
I mean, you have stake in Green Bay. I mean, that's fair to say you have. Not that they ship it off to every one of their owners because they can't.
One share guy doesn't get shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I do get meeting letters all the time, though.
I bet. Yeah, because they should.
One of these days, I'm going to say fuck it and just go.
You should.
I'm going to be. Did you ever see the episode of Futurama where they're selling off stock in Planet Express, and the one old lady owns like one share that shows up to the meeting? That's going to be me. I'm going to be that dude.
I bet you a lot of things show up to those meetings.
Oh, God, yeah.
Because they all have somewhat of a stake.
You say a stake. It's one share. I don't get any financial gain from it. Ever.
Well, no, they don't pay off financial. That's the whole thing. The majority owners get all of that.
Yeah.
But
I do it. I did it just for the fact that I could say, hey, I'm an
NFL
owner.
The next time it comes up, I will buy stake in it just because I want to.
They do it every like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, I know.
You should.
Like I said, the next time it comes up, I just be like, I have a piece of the Packers.
It's going like I need to frame it all.
Yeah,
and put it in the office when we move.
No, I agree. I mean, that's the thing to do.
It's literally it sits in my desk drawer in a like nice little
box,
envelope and stuff. Yeah, it's all nice.
But man,
bro, they're taking on the chin tonight, sir.
Yeah, I figured they're not really good on the road yet. The defense is suspect.
Yeah, but we want to wrap this thing up.
Yeah, man, I don't think I have much more to add to said episode. As you know, the most important things we covered today: especially Zion Williamson.
Oh, that
shooting
is
a shot.
I love
important.
that.
Yeah,
love that. I'm not a big fan of Joy Taylor anyway, so it doesn't hurt my feelings.
Well, I mean, she. I mean, she has the whole persona of made her way to the top by any means necessary.
Oh man, she's got interviews where have you seen her on the Ryan Russillo show where she's talking about these princess dudes and how, like, depending on the money and this and that, how she'd be willing to deal with that kind of stuff.
Well, surprising.
And I'm just like,
is everything that's been exposed at this point?
Dude, the stuff that's getting ready, like, and it's only going to get worse.
It's going to get worse at this point because there's going to be somebody else that has their story and somebody else that has their story and story. So, like, right now, you could say that, Nick Wright doesn't have his hand in this, or Colin Cowherd doesn't have his hand in this.
The sad part is I believe the Colin Cowherd stuff.
I do.
I 100% believe the Skip Bayless stuff.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Like, I 100% that. Yeah. I've been looking at memes and reels all day.
Don't put me on that jury.
I have been 100% on the whole, like, all the Skip Bayless videos. It's my turn.
Yes.
Videos all day. It's great. Great.
Yeah.
But,
no, I mean, when the first thing comes out, it all trickles down.
Oh, it trickles down. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. I think Joy Taylor's gone. I think Emmanuel Acho's gone. Skip Bayless is already out.
Acho's on the same level. I don't think he should be gone because simply having a relationship with somebody that's on the same level.
I kind of get it, but it's still a bad look, especially if they're making advances towards the hairdresser. Like, I don't know the exact charges.
I know what you're saying. I mean, I need to read more into it and everything before I form a true opinion. But two sides to every story. Let everybody else put their story out there.
That VP of content is fucking out of here, though.
It's out there.
They're writing that dude a check right now. And then his wife's getting half of that in the divorce.
Yeah. No, it's over.
Yeah, that dude is.
Yeah, that was done.
That dude is
cooked.
Sir.
He's cooked. He's cooked. It's over for him. Yeah, his life's crumbling right now. He's like, he tried to cover this up for a long time, and now all of a sudden it's like, oh, shit.
Did you see that dude there? How goofy, nerdy he looks?
Old and busted.
Damn.
He's a dude with money and power and just abused it too much and too far.
Did he abuse it or did she abuse it?
It's probably both ways if you really think about it.
I mean, when you look like that.
Yeah, when you look at it from both angles, yeah, they both abused it.
Like,
I mean, she was willing to find a way on the television, and he was willing to give her that opportunity in exchange of services.
You know, he probably rolled up in his office, and there she is, all sprawled out across his desk.
Yeah. And more money, more problems. You of all people should know that, Stanley.
Oh, I do. Oh, Lord. But anyway, let's call this thing a night.
Yes, sir.
But till next week, don't forget to like, subscribe, follow.
All the social medias. We are found at all those social medias at Jabbo the Pod. That's your Twitch, your Facebook, your YouTube, Instagram, Threads, Twitter, whatever else you got. But until next week, my brother.
Yes, sir. And we're betting on the money line Ohio State Notre Dame, correct?
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah. I'm not taking Notre Dame. I took Penn State. Baby.
Yeah, well, I'm not betting on, like, I'm glad we went that direction. Then that keeps us both from having to bet on our teams, and I'm good with that.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm good with that.
Till next time.
Yes, sir.
Post-game show is brought to you by Christ, I can't find it. The hell with it.